Howdy folks, Kirk and Jay here with Kirk Giordano Plastering. Today what we're going to do is we're going to show you how to fix this ceiling. But before I do that, this is a separate video, guys. This has something to do with, how about this for a title? TikTok for plagiarism, pirating, and other bullshit like exploiting our site. I'll begin this short story. I just want to get this over with because it's been nagging at me for a while. My son Dan, he come to have dinner with my fiance and I a few weeks ago, and he says, "Dad, everybody watches your TikTok videos." I said, "I don't post on TikTok." And he says, "Well, everybody watches them there." And I thought, well, that's kind of cool. How about that? That's just making us more popular. Now, my fiance, she worked in human resources for the federal government, and her job was, she didn't just work for them. She was the head of a department. For 30 years, she would do background checks, investigating, and things like that. And she says, "Well, baby, what is TikTok?" And I said, "Well, it's a social site from another country, and what it does is it does 60-second videos." And she says, "Why?" I said, "Well, that's the attention span of most of us, 60 seconds. And she says, "Well, what does that do for you?" And I said, "Well, I think it directs people to our YouTube channel, and they watch what we do." That's not what they do. What they do, she researched it, and about a week later she says, "Baby, let me tell you what they really do." And because she has an analytical mind, and I'm a stucco guy, a father. I don't have that analytical mind, nor do I have mistrust in me. So I'm going to switch over to a page. I'm going to read some of this stuff. And she said, "Baby, you should not be flattered. That's inappropriate. What you should be is angry." And I said, "Why?" She said, "Well, it's plagiarism. They are using your videos." She said they're actually technically stealing your videos, and they're posting them, and they're using your name. They're using my name, my son's name. They're impersonating us, and it all looks like it's ours, but it's not. So they want you to subscribe, but they won't respond to anything. One guy is selling subscriptions, saying, "Tap now, you get 10% off, and I'll return all your calls." And I thought, we don't even charge people. We do this out of the consideration of, I've been doing this 40 years, and the way we learn this trade, guys, is if we did something wrong, say in the first 20 years when I had 12 guys, I'm responsible to go back and fix it. Just like the last 15 years I'm working with my sons and daughters. If we do something wrong, we got to go back and fix it. That burns in your head integrity or moral issues, because nothing makes you retain knowledge like having to go back and fix something that you did, called ethics and morals. But anyway, she says, "Well, I'm going to read this. Their videos can negatively impact our channel's performance, leading to decrease in views and subscribers. This repeated severe copyright infringement can lead to your YouTube channel being penalized, potentially including termination." I'm thinking, what? You guys are gonna, I got 15 years doing stucco videos, and we try to help everybody learn how to do things right so they can save some dough. She showed me so many posts by so many people. None of them are using their real name. They're falsifying their names and saying Kirk Giordano Plastering, Jason Giordano Plastering, you name it. And some of these guys have, I'll give you an example. We did a video, Jay and I, 10 years ago. I don't know how many views that got. Probably not many. But just one guy took that one video and he posted like 8 videos. What they do is they speed up my voice so I sound like, well, as one person commented, he said, "You sound like you did 7 lines and are wired." Another guy says, "You sound like a hobbit on too much caffeine." And I thought, what's that about? My girl said, what does that even mean? I said, oh, that's like doing speed or methamphetamine to do your job. Guys, we love what we do. We don't need that crap. Anyway, moving on. They'll take one of our videos and they'll put page 1, page 2, page 3. On a 15-minute video, there's 15 pages. And believe it or not, these guys are getting more views than us. That's what I'm curious about. How are they doing that? One guy got 4 million views on just one of our videos that we did 10 years ago. And TikTok pays like $1,000 for every million views. So this guy must be making some dough. I'm not here to whine about anybody making profit on our videos. Our videos are free. They're to show folks how to do things properly. Anyway, like I said, some guys even have this monthly subscription, but when you apply or subscribe, that makes us look bad because you're never going to get a response. So I have that bone to pick with these guys. Guys, I've responded to about 75,000 comments or questions on YouTube. People ask, I tell them because I know all this stuff. But if you're checking out what we do and you are on TikTok, by the way, today we're at the material yard. A couple guys walked up and says, hey man, I see you guys on TikTok. Can we do a video with you? So we did it. But that's to prove another point. TikTok is huge, but the plagiarism and all of the pirating of the videos, I'm going to get into that because I'm not comfortable with what they're doing now that my baby told me about it. Now, I used to see headlines I never clicked on because I never see the end of that stuff. They'll keep sending it to me. It was like the last administration wanted to ban TikTok. This administration wants to ban TikTok. And I always thought, man, that's just jealousy because they're doing something. In fact, YouTube followed them. They're doing shorts now. We got a short attention span. I get it. But now I know why they're trying to ban TikTok in this country. Here's a question. How many of you guys think, now this is kind of serious. If you go to, say, to YouTube, Pinterest, Facebook, any social site, Twitter, they're not stealing content from anybody. Now this TikTok, I don't know what country they're from, nor do I care. They say on there, if somebody's infringing on your rights, you can call us and file a complaint and we'll make certain that they remove it, or go to their site and tell them you want it removed. Crickets. That's what we got. We've tried that. Crickets, guys. It's a waste of time. Nobody removes what they've copied from us. And again, they're infringing on our rights by saying or impersonating that they're us. How about TikTok play by the rules? Say, for example, I don't want to have to monitor TikTok monthly because when we do this video, for example, it's going to be on TikTok tomorrow. Now, I think, now tell me if this makes sense, guys. Would you agree or disagree? If a country comes out with some kind of social app, shouldn't they be responsible saying, look, if you infringe on another person's rights and you use their material, you can get banned from TikTok permanently. But instead, no, they make the victims like us have to go on and do all the work. I think, I hate to say this, but ban them. Now I know why they say they're going to ban them. Ban them until they clean their house. That just means play by the rules, guy. I don't want to have to monitor TikTok. They should monitor their own site. I got nothing against them except what they're doing to us. It's just not right. And I told my baby, I said, honey, Google my buddy Mike Haddock Masonry and see if they're using that same tactic on his. Google Ben, the Vancouver carpenter who lives in Canada. He's another friend of mine. Google this guy, Bob Ross, who's a painter. And man, they are doing this to everybody. Bob Ross has got hundreds of millions on TikTok. Now, Bob Ross doesn't make anything. They just dilute all his stuff. And then they make him sound like a wired hobbit. What is that? It's like me trying to talk like this, and it's really ridiculous and insulting. Here's my personal opinion, which I'm entitled to. We're victims of being exploited. We're victims, so I'm entitled to my own opinion. They're like parasites. You guys ever see that movie Alien, where the creature uses a human and as a host, and then when it's done, it leaves that person? I get the feeling when I read some of this stuff on TikTok, it's like that. Or this really gross video, guys, don't type it in and watch it. There's a tarantula walking across this guy's yard. And he runs in the house, and he gets what looks like bug sprayer. It looks like Ghostbusters. And he sprays that tarantula. And I thought, man, that bug is just walking. That's not necessary. But the tarantula goes into convulsion, and then a worm comes out of it. It's the grossest thing you ever saw. Don't watch it. And I thought, that's a parasite. That's what I feel TikTok is like doing. So I say, guys, TikTok, clean up your house. Make it a rule. If your guys are copying anybody's stuff, you're pirating anybody's stuff, let alone ours and hundreds of thousands of other users, you handle that. Tell them you're going to get kicked off. And don't make or force me or my wife or Jason to go on it and try and fill out all these forms to say, hey, can you have these guys take it down or call the guys? Because all we get is crickets. Nothing happens, guys. It doesn't work that way. So personally, I'd love for TikTok to ban us. Ban us, guys. I don't want to be on TikTok because we get nothing out of it except your subscribers make money. Now, what kind of fraud shit is that, where you are publishing a site where you encourage your own people to steal? That's stealing. That's plagiarism. There ain't a pretty word for plagiarism. Pirating, exploitation. Come on, guys. Clean up your own world, your own house, and don't force us to do it. And while you're doing that, you're telling people, you're encouraging them to steal. That's just not right, guys. So again, guys, I'm just pointing this out because if you're watching any of our videos, stick with YouTube. Boycott TikTok because they're not going to respond, guys. And they're making us sound really weird with trying to get as much content or as much content out of every video that they can. And again, I don't like sounding like this because it's annoying. It ain't working, guys. I welcome any comments people have because this is just my opinion. It may sound narrow-minded, but we're victims, man. We've lost all kinds of views and subscribers. But the worst thing is, people criticize us now, where people used to love us for telling them how to save a bunch of dough and doing it right. So for the love of God, guys, if you're on TikTok, click off. If you want to know how we do things, go to YouTube. Those guys play it right. They play it fair. There's no plagiarism, and it's just they have more morals, ethics, which we like to bring to everybody. So anyway, I thought I'd put that out because I already know this video is going to go on TikTok, and it's just not right, guys. Let me know your opinion. What do you guys think about that? Should they be banned in this country? If you ask me, again, I have a right to voice my opinion because they've been doing some bad stuff to us by robbing us. My name is Kirk. Jason's on the camera. We thank you guys for watching it. As usual, we'll see you on the next one.
All right, folks, as always, we want to thank you all for watching. We really appreciate your questions and comments. Please let us know if there's anything you'd like to learn about. And as always, from the entire Giordano family, we'll see you on the next one. Okay, well, we're never going to get better than that, so...